my fine folks on the internet? It is Patch Day, the video game podcast, where we talk about video game news, rumors, discussions, and all other aspects of the video game culture that we all love. My name is Kavo. Joining me, as always, is my right hand, sometimes left hand man, AJ 9 Lives. Hello, AJ.
Hello, Kavo. Hello, chat room, and hello, potential YouTube viewers and wherever else you might be viewing. How y'all doing today?
Hi
you
there.
might notice that we are early.
Early, yes, and by a day and hours. So for our audio listeners, we are recording on a Saturday morning today because Dummy here has to work on Sunday. But it is fine. It is fine.
See, he means himself. I have to work every Sunday.
Yeah, it's only a temporary thing for me until, Christmas is done. And then once that's over with, bam, I'm back to normal. We're back to normal. We're going to do it live, and it's going to be great. All right? But we have a few differences today. Do you feel like we're in a new space? This feels comfy. I like this. Does it feel comfy to you? When I'm talking... What?
By comfy.
By comfy, I mean we're on a network now, guys. We're on a brand new network called the Elite Immortal Gaming Network, or EIG for short. So, all you video watchers out there, we will now be uploading our podcast to the Elite Immortal Gaming Network for you guys to check out and get new listeners, viewers to talk about video games, because video games are awesome.
On one of the most edgy sounding network names in the globe. I absolutely love it.
Edgy.
Because, I'm an edgelord, and I asked Kava when we were first getting in on this, I'm like, what's it going to be called? He's like, Elite Immortal Gaming. And I'm like, as an edgelord, I approve.
I approve very much. So, for those who don't know, Elite Immortal Gaming is a video game network that is started by friends of ours. So, Chia is on it. My friend Mark is on it. He goes by Wiccan Jr. And he's
birthing it, actually.
Yeah, he's birthing it. He's actually in labor right now. If you just listen carefully, you can hear the sounds of like him just pushing harder and harder just for this network to be born. And someone's got to cut the umbilical cord. So AJ, you have to do that soon. Remember?
Whoa, hey now. Whoa,
hey, no. Hey. You
I don't do babies nor hospitals. I signed that. You dragged me kicking and screaming. I don't know what you're talking about.
I did not drag you.
No, you didn't.
I did not drag you.
No, you didn't, but it was your idea to have me on, though.
Well, yeah. That's right. You'll hear the horn when the baby's born. Is the baby born yet?
Do we have anyone in chat who's witnessed firsthand the miracle of childbirth? I've seen videos. I've not seen it in person. So if anyone else wants to take the reins of cutting the cord, be my guest.
No, from what I hear is if a man watches childbirth, he is guaranteed to pass out multiple times.
Yeah, it's easily half of them for sure.
It's what I've heard. So if you're a man out there and you're about to do you're not doing childbirth, excuse me. But if you're a man out there and you're experiencing having your first child and your wife, or I don't know, girlfriend you knocked up, I don't know. If they're about to have their child, you think you know pain, but no.
Yeah.
Getting kicked in the nuts is probably one of the most painful things that.
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad. But I mean, the thing is we can't experience childbirth. In the same vein, women can't. Well,
experience a kick to the nuts.
No,
all right, it's different. I mean, don't get me wrong. They have their various pains that they have to experience more than we do. I'm just gonna leave it at that because this is a family show. Right. Kappa. But
it is a family show. It's a very vulgar family show. Come on, kids, learn something new today.
Yeah. Learn how we learned, mate. When I was 10 years old, I picked up a Playboy magazine. That was my knowledge.
Magazine? You didn't even have video?
I was a 10-year-old kid living in the middle of the woods. What do you think?
I
lived in a cornfield. What do you think I had access to? The deli up the street had a Playboy magazine.
Oh, turkey. No, I'm sorry.
Just don't punch someone in the boobs. Yes, I have. From my several friends who are chestily gifted, they have all told me that. So
yes, don't punch anybody in the boobs. Although, no, never mind. It's worse pain for women. I was gonna say it'll hurt for me, but it's worse for women. Anyway,
we were talking about EIG, weren't we?
Right. We were talking about EIG.
We've lost control
Mark
already.
is the guy who's the mastermind behind it. Chia's on the network. I'm on the network. AJ's on the network. Chrissy, if you remember her for numerous WoW parodies, she is on the network.
100 years ago.
Yeah, 100 years ago.
It's been too long.
But and many other people are on it that you know, you love, and you will learn to love. And it is a it's going to be a great community of gamers. So we have a variety of things that we're doing in the works. Both AJ and I are doing our obviously patch day, so that'll be our main project really. But our other thing that we're working on, we each have our own projects that we're adding to the network. For those of you who have been on my channel, you may have remembered there was a few videos called Time Walking Fails.
Yeah.
Time Walking Fails, for those who don't know, is a series of, well, it was a very short series back when I did it, but it's going to be longer now. Siri, I did not call you. Sorry, Siri started talking. But it was a series of gameplay videos in World of Warcraft on time walking dungeons. And it was mostly just comedic because either the group that we were in, someone didn't know mechanics of those fights, or we did something stupid. We're saying goofy things. And I can guarantee you, like, when we recorded it, because both me and AJ did the first few, there's one scene that is it's very hilarious because of how it was set up.
What was it in the
Nexus? That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is.
Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass.
It was set up so beautifully. But anyways,
is that going to be the next one?
No, the next one will be the Pinnacle will be the next one, and then after that will be the Nexus one. But yeah, so that's I'm doing, and then there's another one I'm doing later. I'm not doing it right now just because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with it. But AJ has stuff on there.
That's right. Being a pathetic nerd who has been obsessed with the Souls series, that Dark Souls, Bloodborne, etc., I'm doing a series called Let Dark Souls Teach You, where I go into the game as a series veteran, and it's not just me walking you through the game like, huh, just do this and you'll win. No, I'm not doing that. It's more of let the game teach you how to deal with the situation so you as a player will be better prepared, whilst throwing in my tips on top. And I don't spoil everything. I'm not like going through everything and saying this is this and this is what you do here, you know, because like some people want help, but they don't want the entire game just ruined.
Right.
So, yeah, and it requires a lot of editing because I talk a lot. I talk a hell of a lot.
You can't always guarantee what's going to come out of his mouth or my mouth, really. So
yeah. It's a very easy game to lose time in. Like, I'm thinking, like, all right, I'll sit down for like 40 minutes, cut it down to 20 minutes at most. You know, no, last recording session, I was sitting down for well over an hour, and I wanted to keep going, but I couldn't. And I'm like, this is going to be a long one. And, yeah, I'm enjoying it, though. Because, I've been struggling to, sorry to sound edgy here, been struggling to find purpose when it comes to what I want to make, what I want to do on, you know, the interwebs.
Do you need a therapist? Do you need a therapist, sir?
Oh, I thought you were my therapist.
Oh. Well, I haven't been getting paid at all, so you might have to find a new... No.
I'll pay in pizza. But, but no, I like...
Hummus is good. Too. Yeah.
Sun-dried tomato and roasted garlic hummus for the win.
Ooh.
But I enjoy teaching people. I enjoy helping people, especially with things that I've struggled with that I now am good at. You know, so to speak. So I like helping people, and that's, you know, I think I've found a good little niche over here. No idea what I'm gonna do next, but that's future talk. Right. And I'm looking forward to doing this all together. Hey, I'm gonna try to be nice and personal about it. I don't want to be too, despite being part of a network, I don't want to be too networky. Like, I don't want to like butt fuck people with spam of make sure you subscribe to our awesome network. You know, I don't want to do as much as I love, you know, all what this is.
Well, AJ,
people don't like getting spammed with that, you know.
Well, we don't want to butt fuck anybody because we need to ask permission for that first.
And Mark, if and when you do watch or listen to this,
this one right here is the troublemaker. All right, this one over here. So.
What? Well, yeah, I'm not really looking too good right now, but no, Mark, seriously, man, you're doing.
Your screen froze right when your arm went up. Looked like you were doing something. Hello.
Oh God! Oh, I just saw it as well.
Take that out of context. But
no, Mark, you're doing a bunch of awesome work. Yeah. For us. You know, no disrespect to you, buddy. Just
very awesome work. This is his baby. So
have you seen his mustache?
His mustache is
He
amazing.
has an incredible mustache.
Dude, I've seen him in person. His mustache is amazing.
Like, you have the mustache goatee combo. I have half a scraggle of a goatee. He's got the mustache.
Yes. He's got it fully developed. He fertilizes that thing, I think, with some miracle grow or something. It's amazing. He's a hair gardener, I guess is what you want to call it. All right, so moving on. We will have videos.
His garden tools are named Hose A and Hose B. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so for the audio listeners, the network is launching in 2 days, actually. November 27th is the very first day of launch, which is when this episode will go live on the network. So for all the video viewers, hi, brand new, and all that. But you can also subscribe to the audio feed as well on iTunes. And also the on Podomatic.com. I heard a weird noise for a second. I was like, what is going on out there?
Was it you?
No.
You were talking.
No. It was an eerie whoo sound.
Ooh.
I didn't know what was going on. All right. Anyway, so one of the things we like to do on the show is ask each other what we've been playing, what have we been doing, and all that. And AJ usually starts. So AJ, what are you doing?
For the past couple days, I've been on WoW, but not my normal setup. Like, we had raiding off, obviously, for Thanksgiving, and in that time, I capped my priest, and I've actually been enjoying the crap out of Discipline Priest, which is a spec I tried to play, didn't understand it, thought it was dumb, but I let it teach me how it should be played. There was a trend there, and you have to keep atonement, which is a buff. You have to keep that on everybody, and as you deal damage, the damage you deal to mobs will heal people with your buff on them, and you have to keep reapplying it with various things. And I'm like, it's a really good hybrid spec because it's very reliant on damage to heal, which I thought was so cool.
I was about to say they've really hybridized that spec a lot because you have to do damage to heal and make sure someone has the buff on so that you have their heals, which I kind of want to try, but I'm also very
it feels kind of finicky at first, but it just becomes second nature. Like, you overthink it. Like, the tank is obviously your top priority. You put power word shield on, which is like your basic go-to, and like that applies atonement to him for like 15 seconds or whatever. As long as that's on him, he's gonna get your heals. And power word shield is like a 7-second cooldown or something, so you can just keep applying that. And that's really all you have to. It feels weird at first, but like, it's really worth it. And you can do some pretty sick burst damage with the artifact ability. Like, it'll after casting a bajillion spells, you'll have a buff like Light's Wrath is warm to the touch or something. And your artifact ability, which, is like a burst of light and fire or some shit, it'll hit for like millions of damage, and that scales for how many people have atonement on them. So if you're in a dungeon group and everyone has atonement, like, your damage is going to be increased by like a big amount, and you have that own buff, like, you can get a serious opener as a healer, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and that converts to healing. So in a pinch, that can be really effective. I can't wait to dive more into it.
I'm gonna try it at some point. Although in WoW right now, I'm leveling a troll hunter at the moment. So ever since Battle of Azeroth was announced, I've been on a troll fix because I'm excited for Zandalari. I want one now. I want to make one. I'm not going to race change this one to a Zandalari, though. I'm going to keep him as a troll hunter, because what I'm going to do is when a Zandalari troll is available, I am going to make a druid. And it's going to be the first druid I'm actually going to level fully. Because I've stopped, started, stopped. I'm going to actually bite the bullet and do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Plus, they have like 4 freaking specs, so it's very, very hybrid for that class. But so I also been playing. I've been back and forth between Overwatch, WoW. I did try playing Bound by Flame, which is a game by Spiders and Focus Home Entertainment, or Interactive, excuse me. They were the makers of Orcs and Men and the Styx series, except Styx was not Spiders. The Of Orcs and Men was, and I remember playing it, and I liked the story elements of it. The RPG gameplay was clunky, but it was still enjoyable, and it made you think on your feet because you had to do a lot of strategy gameplay in that, and it was a lot of fun. And I was like, they need to do a sequel of this. This is kind of cool. But then I played Bound by Flame, which was by the same developer Spiders, it was awkward to play. It was really awkward. Like, the voice lines were cringy as hell.
Oh,
The battle system was very, very bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It was kind of crap. So, no offense, but like I understand why the reactions on Steam were mixed, because it was hard. And like you just in like when this guy gets this like ability where he gets like absorbed by flame, and then all of a sudden you see the guy talking. It's like, yeah, but did anyone see me like just like take that fire and just like absorb myself and everything? Like, did you see that? Like, that was amazing. Like, anyone? No, no, it was fucking cool. Like, really? Really? You're bragging right about now? I'd be freaking out if I was absorbed by a fire demon or something. All right? I'd be like, "What is this?"
yeah. I mean, can't always vouch for the writing
Yeah. Oh
of these
well.
games.
But yeah. So, been playing that, but I've been playing the hell out of a certain character on Overwatch because I love her so much, but we'll talk more about her in a little bit. I have been doing comp in there. I'm up to, I want to say 1266, I think, right now. So I'm still in bronze, unfortunately.
Nice.
So,
That's more than what I'm at.
are you even placed?
I haven't even I don't do comp period, and I haven't touched the new character, so I'm behind.
What's really weird though is like comp for some reason. Like I've been going back to quick play and comp. I've been having a lot more fun with comp because it was actually fun to play and it was actually challenging. Whereas, freaking quick play is all like it's either ruffle stomp or you get ruffle stomped.
Yeah,
So
it's either you go up against a bunch of solo queuers with no coordination, or you go against a completely pre-made team.
right. So,
Which, I mean, hey, that's fine. I like a challenge.
but I am looking forward to this week because I am finally going to start playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. Finally not putting that off anymore. I'm going to play that on a Wednesday and see how that goes. Because I remember the first game. I finished the first game before I streamed it before. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Oh, thank you for the follow on Twitter, by the way, lady.
So
Yeah.
unprofessional.
Sorry. I like to.
I say as I look at my phone.
You look at your phone like, it's so unprofessional. Mute. Uh, right. But I played through the first game. The story is great. I loved the whole first reboot of the Tomb Raider, and the mocap was great. My aim sucks, as AJ points out very commonly.
It's been no, shut up now. It's been over a year since I've made fun of your aim. Okay.
Really? Are
Like
you sure about that?
well, it's been since like early in our relationship since I've
Mm-hmm.
done that. Okay. And I mean, when you're shooting an arrow and like you're shooting over here and oh, hang on, I just noticed something. I need to BRB for 2 seconds, or else bad things might happen.
Oh, geez. That's not good. Oh, thank you for those cheers, by the way. Awesome. Thank you. Uh, yeah, he makes fun of my aim all the time. Well, he did all the time before we started actually physically talking. And yeah, so what are you gonna do? But I don't know if I'm gonna play HOTS or Overwatch later this week or not. Probably Overwatch just because I really I really like um Moira, or the Moira. We'll talk about her in a second. But I really like that character and I want to play her more. And yeah. All right. So while he gets back into whatever situation he's going to, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about our first news article. So unless you have been under a rock, you've probably heard about this whole EA controversy with Star Wars Battlefront 2 with their microtransactions, or specifically their loot boxes that they've been doing. So there's been 4 updates on this article, which probably one of the most updates I've seen on an article ever. So anyways, but all in-game purchases for Battlefront 2 are now removed, with all progression now exclusively tied to gameplay, which is, thank God, because EA, why didn't you do that at the start, you greedy mother effers? Like, seriously. They did say that they will bring back microtransactions at a later date, but not until the studio has time to make unspecified changes to the game. More details on changes will come later as DICE considers more feedback and dates. One possibility is that Battlefront 2's microtransactions will return as cosmetic only, as in the case with Overwatch and other games. This is just speculation. We have created a game that is built on your input, and it will continue to evolve and grow, according to Gabriel. Is that Peter Gabrielson, or what's his name? I need to find. I don't know. He didn't have his name on here, so somebody Gabrielson. Oh, Oscar Gabrielson is who it is. So, this is also going to lead into the main topic later on, but, you know, they really shot themselves in the foot with this whole microtransaction bullshit.
Yeah, because nobody likes them. No one likes
No
microtransactions.
one likes microtransactions at all. With the pay to win setup. Like,
yeah,
it's stupid. Like, you shouldn't, like, we should already have learned this by now like, South Korean games love to do this sometimes. They like to do like these pay to gameplay, add to your gameplay things. Like, so I remember there was a MMO I played for a little bit that was a Digimon based game. Yes, judge me all you want. But you could only carry like 2 Digimon at a time. And if you put one away, like you had to delete it itself or something. If you wanted to add another Digimon slot, you had to pay real world money. If you wanted this ultimate evolution of that character, or the mega evolution, excuse me, you had to pay certain money, or it was easier to level them. Like, it would take forever to try and farm that stuff. And I was like, this isn't fun. Like, why can't I get this through progression? Like,
yeah, I'd rather pay a box cost for the game than have to constantly buy little things within the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it was, so I stopped playing it because I was like, this is bullcrap. I'm not doing it. But it's obvious EA has heard what people have been saying, and it's been massive negative feedback on it from what I've heard, other than the fact that the game itself I've heard is really good. Like, the game actual of it, but like the whole microtransactions and all that is bad. You know what they say mostly, bad news dwarfs good news any day. So, like, if you say, oh, the gameplay was good, but look at this loot box, like, it's stupid. Yeah. So we'll talk more about that in the main topic later on about, we're going to say right now, it's about loot boxes in general and another thing that came out recently. So we'll talk about that. But Blizzard hopped on the making fun of train, which they did 2 things that I found I loved it. So the first one, they sent out a tweet. The tweet says, number of hours it takes to earn full StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty campaign, 0. Number of hours before you can play any co-op commander in StarCraft 2, 0. Number to pay to win mechanics in StarCraft 2, 0. Oh, by the way, free to play, now live. So, already, like, rubbing it in their face, like, hey guys, guess what?
Well, they're not directly doing it, but you know what they're doing.
You know, they're rubbing it in.
Which, I mean, hey, you know what? If anyone can do it, it's Blizzard. You know what I mean?
Blizzard's allowed to do it. Like, you remember a while back there was that little, like, Twitter conversation beef between them and Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I remember vaguely. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So there was this thing where I don't know how it was. It was like something like where World of Warcraft was saying for the Horde, and then Final Fantasy said, I'll show you a Horde, and then they showed one of their characters, and it went back and forth on just like, you know, I'm better than you, and I'm better than you. It was all in good fun though. Like, it wasn't like hate. Like, I mean, you got to acknowledge both of those companies with their MMOs, because like World of Warcraft is basically the staple of MMOs right now.
It's been #1 for over a decade.
Over a decade, yes. And Final Fantasy 14, it's pretty much
number 2.
Is pretty much number 2 in paid subscriptions. If you count non-paid, yeah. Guild Wars 2 is probably up there at some point as well.
Right. Yeah, but the only time there was ever a real contender for WoW was like when Warlords was like dead and Final Fantasy released a new expansion.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you it takes a new expansion for one MMO and like the horrific decline of another for there to even be a contender.
Yeah.
You know.
And a lot of people who play WoW, like we were talking in the stream earlier this morning, Zinni actually stopped by on the stream. And he was saying he's been playing the hell out of Final Fantasy 14. I played it originally and I love the gameplay. I can't dedicate time to 2 MMOs. I have to pick one or the other, and it's hard for me to disconnect from WoW just because like it's so ingrained in me right now. But you know, it is a good alternative. It is a good game to go to and to try out. Combat system's fantastic. The ability for you to, you know, morph between classes, like you can change classes out, like you can become a black mage or you become a thaumaturge. You can go through any of those classes without having to actually, you know, make a new character. So it's really cool. I mean, have you played it at all? At all?
I've not. I've had a lot of people recommend it. I've checked it out. I'm just like, I know this is petty, but like I'm not a weeb, and like
Oh,
I
come
can't. No,
on.
no, 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 no. Like no, it looks beautiful. The soundtrack is amazing, but I can't immerse myself in that kind of environment. It's just I can't. And like, from what I've seen, the combat is like really slow and like, I mean, that's fine, but like I like faster paced stuff. And you might be thinking like, well, how about WoW? I'm like, I feel like WoW's global cooldown is shorter, so I can at least button mash a little bit. But
Send all your hate tweets to AJ9 Lives on Twitter.
no, no, I have nothing against Final Fantasy. I
I'm
really don't.
kidding.
Because like I've never actually played it, so there's only so much I can say. But
Well, then
I
play
mean,
it. See, like, you take it. There's a trial period, isn't there? There's a trial period.
I I'm not interested though. That's the thing. It never grabbed me. You know what I
Um,
mean?
yeah,
Giggity.
giggity.
But like WoW gripped me by the nuts and never let go years
Right.
ago, as it did with most people. But Final Fantasy just never said, "Hey, yeah," you know what I mean?
I
It
mean,
just never did. Now Black Desert, on the other hand, made it's an Asian MMO. It doesn't look quite as weebish though. You can look American if you want, but it transcends multiple. It's multicultural transcending, if that makes any sense.
right.
So I can immerse myself a little bit better, and the combat's amazing. The
Hmm.
combat's so amazing.
I've yet to
So like
play
that
that,
was a
but I've
selling point.
seen many screenshots, videos of it. So it looks like a very fun game. I just, you know, I've tried like I've even tried free to play MMOs for once. Like I did WildStar for a little bit, but then I phased out of it. I did try SWOTOR back in the day. Very much phased out of it eventually because, yeah, we're not going into that. But but going back to the topic though, so Blizzard was um poking fun at Star Wars 2, like we said on Twitter, but they also did it in their campaign for free to play for StarCraft 2. There was a commercial where this father and son, or the son is like, I don't know how well I'm gonna, like, I don't know if I can't do this well. I can't play like to my capacity. And his dad takes him to the side and goes, your grandfather didn't spend all of his life to become a StarCraft champion to not to, like, you know, just put it away and give up. And like, and he didn't put any money into it either, jab. um they just, I love their ad campaigns. I really love what Blizzard has done with their ad campaigns recently. So I enjoy it a lot. So yeah, there's that. Which,
For
now that
sure.
StarCraft is free to play, StarCraft 2, I'm kinda interested of going and playing them now. Like,
Maybe.
maybe. I'm still not, my RTS is not my strong point. It it really, it pisses me off. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It pisses me off. Um, I mean, even with Warcraft 3, which is a great game, which is a fantastic story, the whole RTS just really gets to me, and I just hate it. I hate the RTS fact. I don't hate the game. The game's amazing. StarCraft 2 is also an amazing game too, but it's for different kinds of people. Like, I'll probably try it and see how I do, but like, I am not an RTS person. I like, you know, being like, I like the aspect of WoW and Diablo where you get to be your own character and battle everything. So, strategic ability of a newborn.
Yeah, I mean, because like I'm really good at Warcraft 3, but I don't know if I'd be really good at other RTSs. You know what I mean? Because they all have an overarching sense of how they work, but they all work a little bit differently once you get into them. But because people say StarCraft, Warcraft in space, but like I never actually tried it. But I'm sure it'd be good. I'm sure I'll try one of these days. I'm running out of disk space, to be honest. I had to delete.
Yeah,
Honestly, like between
we
all the
need
video
another hard
footage I
drive.
have, yeah, I only have 1 terabyte. I should have gotten 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
But like I between all the video footage that I have but can't get rid of yet because I haven't actually used them in videos yet, and games. I had to uninstall 2 games, which not it was Brawlhalla and Dead by Daylight, nothing major, but
Yeah.
still, I had to make some space.
All right. So moving on though, remember the Sea of Thieves game that we
The
talked
who?
about a little bit ago? Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. I
Yeah,
recall that title.
it's the pirate game from Rare.
Yes,
All right, so
yes.
it doesn't have a release date, but there is a new trailer for it for upcoming Xbox One and PC pirate game. Sea of Thieves has landed. The trailer invites players to be more pirates, yarg, by showing off things like stealing treasure, drinking grog without throwing up. You know, be more pirate, according to GameSpot's article by Eddie
You are a
Makuch.
pirate.
The video also provides a closer look at the game's nice-looking art style and gorgeous. I mean, yes, the water is freaking gorgeous. Just by seeing, there's someone named Stoic Stanley. I love that name.
Of course
Stoic
there is. Why wouldn't there
Stanley.
be?
I love that name. Oh my god, it looks beautiful. I want to get this game now just by looking at these visuals. Like, holy crap. It was originally slated to launch for Xbox One and PC at some point this year, but at E3 2017, Microsoft announced the title would be pushed back to 2018. Developer Rare has confirmed that the game will also allow cross-play between Xbox and PC players. Developer has also added 540p and 15 FPS lock options to the PC version. In other news, a Sea of Thieves art book from Dark Horse is on the way. Additionally, you can watch us drink a little too much. And oh, that's for their article. So unless you want to watch drunk GameSpot writers go at it at a video game, let us know.
I mean, would it be any better or worse than watching you and me drunk going at a video game?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't been drunk on a video game in a while. The last one I was drunk on was Overwatch, so.
And that's been a while.
Been a long while.
We should do that again.
Yeah.
I got whiskey upstairs. Like later, let's do it. I gotta work tomorrow, so nothing too crazy.
I mean, I just there's this thing about wait, you do have to work tomorrow, you said, right?
I have the what?
You said you had to work tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow Sunday.
Okay, I was about to say. No. Side note. Rewind. What was I saying? Shit. I've always wanted to play like a game like where you could be a pirate and just like see what that lifestyle's like.
Yeah,
even
sure.
in like WoW, like there's a little role play in me that wanted to be a pirate on my character, but I mean, it's hard to do.
Bloodsail Buccaneers, man.
It's hard to do because you can't really sail on boats, sadly, in that game, but by yourself. Like you actually have to like either role play on a ship that's like close to the shore, or you can role play on the ship going from Booty Bay to Ratchet, but you're gonna have to deal with that loading screen every time. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
I do remember that like the boats from Teldrassil to Azure Isle used to not have a loading screen. I think.
No, you're thinking the wrong thing. Because,
I'm probably thinking of Teldrassil to Darkshore or something like that.
Because that's in the game files, Azure Mist Isle is located in the same geographical map file as Outland, and you would need a loading screen to go from Teldrassil to Outland.
Okay, so I'm definitely wrong, but they need a lot.
Knowledge is power.
Have like a boat thing, so you can like ride around on a boat with a lot of people.
You can do that in Black Desert.
There, okay. There's another one. Or you could also ride a Zeppelin from Thunder Bluff to Orgrimmar, because that doesn't need a loading screen. Although that's weird. Like, of all the Zeppelins they put in the game, I'm still trying to wrap my head around Thunder Bluff to Orgrimmar Zeppelin. Like, I mean, there's a flight path option you can do. That's probably going to get you there quicker, to be honest. Because you're not going to have to wait for the Zeppelin. First off, you got to try and find the Zeppelin in Thunder Bluff. Then you got to get on the Zeppelin. Then you got to fly all across the map. I mean, it's cool. Like,
I have the sense of direction of a flying squirrel on acid, so like that's the truth. You can't always find the fucking Zeppelins.
Right. So, I mean, I'll still go on it just for like fun, maybe. Just that one you can actually role play on and pretend you're on a ship or something, because you can actually move around on it. But it's more of a flying Zeppelin, not an actual boat. So, anyways, I want to be a pirate. This game lets me be a pirate. Probably gonna buy it because of that. The more you know.
The more you know. There's not enough games that give you the ability to sail on a ship. Like
Yeah.
ArcAge, it was one, and it was one of its best features. But ArcAge was published by Trion Studios, so pay to win. But Black Desert is doing that now, which is good. Pirates of the Caribbean Online, never forget.
Oh my God, I do
Never
remember that.
forget.
I do remember that. I played a little bit of it, but I never like went further on it.
Yeah, I played it like
Jeez.
twice, and then I never
Jeez.
played it again because it was on my aunt's computer in New York. And I'm like, well, rest in peace.
It's horrid. Horrid.
Yeah.
Anywho, so moving on from are you thinking about buying that game too? Maybe playing it?
Possibly, I don't know. Me buying games it took Orgoth like 8 months to convince me to buy For Honor. So
and then it
and
went
then
free
like
to
and
play.
that it didn't go free to play, did it?
It did. It did go free to play.
Since when did For Honor go free to play?
It's announced it is going either is free to play now or it is going to be free to play.
Because I mean, there's that you have to buy for like $40. Are you sure you're thinking the right game?
I heard it was free to play. Like here, I will search this right now.
I paid like $60 for that freaking thing.
For Honor free.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, guys, but this is important.
This is important.
I mean, this was like over the summer, I think, when I bought
Or
it
was it a
for
free
the first
weekend?
time.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
It might have been free weekend or discount weekend
Oh,
or
it was
something.
for the weekend. Okay, that's why.
Yeah, I was gonna say For Honor ain't going for no. Hell no. Ubisoft, lol.
Yeah, I think it's
Chia's saying it went for
saying
Chia.
it's free to play.
Don't lie to me, Chia. Don't lie to me.
Don't do it.
I would love to see her try and play For Honor. That would be Chia playing For Honor. Holy shit, that would be amazing.
I can't get into the combat. I've tried. I mean, it's very unique and it's very skill cap based. Like you gotta like.
It's very tricky, yeah.
But
and it becomes very cookie cutter very quickly. Like once you learn it, there is a set in stone way to deal with just about everything, and I'm nowhere near catching up.
I could have sworn I sent a link to Orgoth that said it was free to play. Well, look, someone research it for me, please. And
we're not gonna do all that now, but
yeah.
Next topic.
Next, finally, I get to talk about probably one of my new favorite heroes of all time in Overwatch, which is Moira. But before we get to that, Blizzard World. It's actually available now, I believe. Blizzard World is available in the game, and Moira is also available. She was actually released early from what they originally said, because they originally said she was going to be out like either later next month or in 2018, but they let her out. They let her out of her lab.
Her running animation is so dumb.
It's very Naruto.
So dumb.
It's very Naruto.
Oh my god.
She is so much fun though. Like I've played her like live now, and I got the Dark David Bowie skin, which is I love it. What the hell? There's a finger that just popped up on the screen. I'm like, what? That was weird.
Hello.
Okay. I don't have this on sound. Here, I'm just going to scroll by that. Following her release for testers earlier the month, Overwatch's newest hero, Moira, is now available to all players across PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Next time you boot up Overwatch, you should see her as the 26th available character. Moira is mainly a healer. Her principal attack is called Bionic Grasp. Sprays a cone of energy and heals teammates in range. Her alternate fire is a beam that attaches to the nearest enemy, taking their health and dealing damage. And the release of Moira just comes ahead of Overwatch's free weekend, which is already over, sadly. Blizzard already suggested that Moira would be available in time for the event. It's already out there. Blizzard World is also available as well. So, I just love that she's basically the anti-Mercy. And I
more
love
or
it.
less.
Like, a lot of people are like, well, she's very similar to Zenyatta with her plus and minus. I'm like, that's literally the only similarity to Zenyatta is the whole plus and minus. But she is more of a foil to Mercy. It's kind of like if you put Mercy and Symmetra together, that's what you get. In a way.
Kinda.
Because here's the thing.
Stuff,
so she does not. So most healers like Lucio, Zenyatta, Mercy, they heal themselves over time when they move around and such. But with Moira, I've noticed she does not heal over time. You have to actually heal her manually. So the way she can heal, she can either throw that healing orb out and it'll heal her, along with anyone else around her, or you will right click someone to like suck their energy from them, and you'll heal that way too, because it's a leech ability basically. And then her the story behind her is that Moira, Moira and Mercy, like, you know, they're like basically in not just in game, but story wise, they're foils to each other, because Mercy was more wanting to, you know, like prolong life in the good way, whereas Moira wanted to, basically experiment on life and push it to the boundaries and see what she could do. Overwatch and other scientists didn't like where she was going. However, Blackwatch said, "Hey, you can come with us and we can see what happens, and you can do what you want." Yeah, they're M&Ms.
Yeah, I mean,
they're M&Ms. Yes.
oh man, I mean, but Mercy is a better waifu though. Just saying.
Mercy's. I mean, Mercy will. You know, she's great at dressing up
She
as a
will
witch,
hold down
so.
a house for you. She will be a mother. She will be a waifu. Moira's just an evil bitch.
Yes, but Moira will suck.
No, Mercy will suck. Moira will swallow.
Whoa. Okay, we went too far there. But
You started, mate.
I know I did start it. And then when
Back on track here.
when Blackwatch disbanded, she obviously joined Talon, and is now their main healer basically. So did we ever have like a bad healer yet? This is the first bad healer I think we've had in the game. Because Lucio is neutral.
He's just a teddy bear.
Lucio's neutral, I think.
Yeah, ain't no one got beef with Lucio.
Mercy's obviously Overwatch. Zenyatta is, I think, more Overwatch because he influenced Genji.
Right. I mean, you could put a spin to him, but I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anna, she's got.
Anna's obviously Overwatch.
Right, but she's got her own motives at the end of the day.
Bedtime. I love when she does that. Just goes bedtime.
I love that. That's amazing.
Lucio
is bae for sure. He is a teddy. I want to hug him. I just want to hug him.
I do. I want to hug him too. He's so cute.
Maybe play with his hair. He has really cool hair. That totally wasn't gay or anything.
But all right, Moira is so much fun though. Her freaking David Bowie skins are freaking fantastic. I love it. So more like drop the panties. Anyways. But yeah, so try her out. She's fun. She's not available in competitive though, so you cannot do her in competitive yet. She won't be available until I believe next season when they go live with it, and I believe she might be available in the Overwatch League. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But which by the way, preseason for Overwatch League is in less than a month, so the preseason starts next month, and you will best believe I'll be watching the hell out of it because it's awesome.
Yeah.
And yes, and do not ever mess with a black person's hair.
He's Brazilian, okay? He's Brazilian. There's a difference. Well, I mean, how about you just don't touch people without their permission? Period.
How about just don't touch any people's hair unless.
Just don't touch people unless you want. Yeah, that's just the golden rule. You don't touch people without their permission.
Unless you're grabbing them by the hair, like, listen here, you little shit.
He's not black, babe. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Anyways, we're moving on to our last topic for our main topic. So, do we all remember that horrendous movie that was the Super Mario Brothers movie? Somewhat. We remember it was engraved in our heads as terrible, which is bad. Like everything that would happen with it was just. Just made you go, why?
What were we expecting, though? Let's first iron that out. What were we really expecting with the Super Mario movie?
Yeah.
I mean.
Anyways, I'm gonna let you know something that's coming out or that's in talks. You are sitting down, obviously, so you're good. All right, brace yourself, people. Clench your buttocks. There's talks of another Mario movie possibly happening. And they're talking with the people who make the Minions movie.
What? No. Yeah, the Minions can die in a fire.
They're saying it. They're saying it.
The Mario movie can die in a fire.
They're saying
both of them together. That's just gonna be a bigger fire.
They're saying it. You know, a bunch of kids like the Minions. They love it.
But
Yeah, with Illumination Entertainment. Yeah, so Mario may be heading to the big screen once again, 24 years after the failure that is the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie. Nintendo is reportedly nearing a deal to make an animated movie based on the hit franchise. According to the Wall Street Journal and GameSpot.com, which reports that Nintendo is in talks with Illumination Entertainment, a subsidiary of Universal Studios, responsible for movies like Despicable Me, The Secret Life of Pets, and Minions. The Wall Street Journal also says the two companies have been speaking about the prospect for a year, but that a deal is now close to being signed, as you expect. Neither company is talking about the deal publicly just yet. Nintendo has famously been hesitant to allow franchises to be adapted into movies. You think? The aforementioned Mario Brothers movie, released in 1993, was a critical and commercial failure, although it did leave us with a truly magical cinematic moment, which I have no idea what that is. I'll have to look at it later.
It was super.
Super.
No Nintendo.
The Wall Street Journal notes that Hollywood has long been interested in Nintendo properties, given their worldwide success. So, no. I don't. You know what?
There's nothing good to say right now.
This goes back to a topic we had a while ago with video game movie translations or interpretations.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies need to get away from this. It has to be done by Hollywood. Like, it has to be done by them. Like, oh, Universal has to do it. Warner Brothers has to do it. Those guys have to do it. No, they don't.
They shouldn't.
Because if you really want to make a movie on a video game, if you really want to do that, I think first off, don't interact with the studio. All right, don't interfere. Let them do what they want to do. All right. 2, try out like a smaller studio. Like, try someone who's trying to make their name in the industry, or want to like do something, or I don't know, hear pitches from indie screenplay writers or something like that. Don't hype yourself up with, oh, Universal has to do it because we're partnered with Universal Studios and making rides and theme parks and stuff for video games, so that'll be awesome. But it doesn't need to be like actually made by a big name studio. The only problem is Nintendo is greedy as fuck, as we've seen with their monetization rules.
Yeah, hello darkness, my old friend. Yeah.
I don't know why they're wanting to beat a dead horse on this, because here's another thing. It's a silent protagonist too. So Mario, he does the woo woo woo, like he does that, but Link does the all that. But that was good, right?
That was actually pretty good, yeah.
As soon as you add a voice actor to it, who are you gonna get? Freaking Danny DeVito to be Mario?
Oh God,
that would be horrible. No offense to Danny DeVito, who's an amazing actor in his own right.
Not
as Mario.
He wouldn't do that. No, get Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yahoo! Yahoo!
I got to save the princess. Princess, get to the chopper quick.
Oh God.
We will go.
Man.
We will leave here. Yoshi, let me ride you. I will ride you, Yoshi.
God.
It'll be amazing.
Down, boy.
Get to the chopper. Push. Oh my God. Princess Peach will be played by Anna Faris. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
Oh God.
Anna Faris is ditzy Princess Peach or something.
Peach played by Queen Latifah. What the hell took you so long?
Why the hell you kidnapping me? I'm gonna cut a bitch up in here.
Okay, let's not go into that.
I will say one thing about if they do a Mario movie, which I hope they really don't, but if they do, please actually make freaking Bowser, not some weird human guy dressed up or some dinosaur dressed up as a human, in skin stuff or whatever it is. Don't do that stupid shit. That was horrible. That was what?
Godzilla.
No, make Bowser the way he was designed. All right, make the Goombas the way they were freaking designed. The Goombas were basically bouncers in the original movie. What in the hell?
It's one of those things where it's dumb, but you have to go into it knowing it's going to be dumb. You have to go in knowing it's not going to be taken seriously. And with that knowledge in mind, you have to do it right.
Mm-hmm. But even when you like have the prerequisite, like you're like, you know it's gonna suck, you know it's gonna look bad, you're still going in disappointed. Like you're like, what did I like? At least with like some movies, if you go in knowing it's gonna be stupid, you come out, you're kind of like, that was actually kind of fun. Like, um, what movie was there? Was one movie like that was like, bear with me here, like The Expendables. All right, you're going into that movie not expecting high quality acting.
That was a fun time. It was a fun time though. It was a
but
fun
it was
watch.
a lot of fun because the action
All-star
scenes
cast.
were amazing. It had an
Terry
all-star
Crews.
cast. When Arnold Schwarzenegger walked in, everyone freaked out. It was like, it's the governor. So, but just don't make it like, dude. Here's the thing. So there was
Like, why did the emoji movie have to be a thing? That's what I want to know.
You know what I'd rather see? Make it a TV series or something. Like, try that. Like they did make it a TV. Well, here, let me refresh your memory. Do you remember there was a Super Mario TV series for a little while?
I do not remember that.
It was a cartoon, and yes, it was goofy, but it was nostalgic in a way. There was a live action part which was more like a like it was I can't really explain that live action part, but there was a cartoon part which was actually kind of decent. Now the voice acting was horrendous, but like you had your characters, albeit Koopa who was supposed to be Bowser, did not look like Bowser, but it was still, fun. But like make it like do something like that. Like here's the thing. There's like a comeback for actually like, bringing video game stuff into like, bingeable media. Like Sonic, even as like a TV series. There's kids watching it. Oh my god. Oh no. Legend of Zelda cartoon can go die. I do not want to see that ever again. There was a Legend of Zelda cartoon. We will not speak about it. All right, because that was very rough. I'd rather play the CDI game of Legend of Zelda than watch the TV series, okay? That's saying something.
Yeah.
But
I haven't even heard about it, so I bet I missed it then.
What was really funny was there was a when they exported it to Netflix to like stream on there, the subtitles for the Sonic TV series, Sonic Boom, I guess is what it's called. Like they didn't edit them, or someone was trolling Netflix because like it showed a picture of Sonic and the caption was, "Listen here, bitch." Wait, what? And like there was the stump with a hole in the middle of it. It's like, so is this your love life right here? Like that's they actually have. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, where can I find this version? Because I will watch it. I will mute it and just watch it and laugh my ass off the entire time.
That's amazing.
But all in all, if you're gonna make a Mario movie, like don't fuck it up. Don't.
First of all, if you're gonna make a Mario movie, first thing is cancel production.
Don't. There's this
Pretty
little thing
much.
called development hell. A lot of places are in there. All right, but
Games and movies alike.
Anyways, moving on. That's it for the regular topics. Now let's go into the main one, which we talked about a little bit earlier. But I wanted to talk about this article from the San Francisco Chronicle, which chronicles news. Right. Anyways, so they're talking. The title of this article is called "End Loot Boxes in Video Games," and this is written by Spencer Whitney. I don't know if I trust someone who has two first names as their whole name, as the first and last name. Not sure. What?
I was like mid-swig when you said that.
Sorry. But anyways. So imagine buying a Star Wars video game where you play as a brave soldier, and I'm reading from the article, by the way, of the Rebel Alliance, fighting alongside your comrades against the Empire. After battling through legions of stormtroopers and droids, you get the chance to become a Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker and defeat the Sith Lord Darth Vader. It's the ultimate battle between good and evil. The only thing stopping you? The option of paying extra cash or spending several more hours playing the game. When I buy a $60 game, I'm not expecting to pay an additional $10 or $20 in microtransactions, whether it's for new costumes, season passes, season special weapons, or additional maps. Game developers are monetizing every aspect of what used to be rewards that could be unlocked by either cheat codes or completing the required goal. Now the industry has shifted to using loot boxes. The loot boxes can be found in game menus that allow players to use real money to purchase additional currency, power-ups, and more. Last week, tensions around this purchasing practice erupted as angry fans of the new Star Wars Battlefront 2 took to Reddit, messaging boards, and social media to criticize game publisher Electronic Arts for their loot box system, where players could purchase crystals using real money to buy loot boxes with random items. EA posted a defense of a system and quickly became the most disliked post, over 600,000 downvotes in Reddit's history. The game itself, which ranges in price from $60 to $80, has a menu where players can purchase a loot box, giving players anything from a strong power-up or rare item to an essentially worthless item, like a dance emote for a character. When you pay to play, you never know what you'll get. The loot boxes could potentially give players a competitive advantage, creating an imbalance, blah, 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 blah. Something wrong with the idea of making players pay for in-game currency and rewards that would normally take several hundred hours to correct. Now, here is where this made me stop. So, EA, unfortunately, is not alone when it comes to in-game purchasing. Loot boxes have begun appearing in all sorts of video games in recent years, from the popular Blizzard Entertainment to first-person shooter Overwatch to the stealthy Assassin's Creed series. Publishers have argued that this wave of monetization is needed to cover hefty development costs that can rival the budget of a Hollywood summer blockbuster. In fact, Activision spent $500 million on the multiplayer sci-fi shooter Destiny in 2014, including for marketing and global distribution. As a result of the player outcry, the night before the Star Wars game was released, EA decided to bow to players' demands and remove the game in-game purchasing. The uproar, more mainstream, blah, 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 blah. Basically, they're saying end loot boxes. All right. This is where this person, Spencer, Whitney, whatever your name is.
The man with two first names.
The man with two first names. Obviously, the EA loot box system was a very shit idea. All right. Or it was a decent idea, but they did it wrong. Okay. And second, I understand how you want to look at Overwatch and say, oh, it's got a loot box too. They shouldn't have that. Yeah, but do you realize what you get in the loot boxes? Like, the loot boxes in Overwatch have no effect on the gameplay whatsoever. All right. They are purely cosmetic. Same thing with the in-game purchasing for pets in WoW, mounts in WoW, all that stuff. They're all cosmetic. They have no effect on the gameplay. All right. None of that. So I understand where you're saying and you should end certain loot boxes, but here's the thing. You got this shows that you really didn't do your research that well on the other games. Obviously you delved most of your time into the Battlefront game. That makes sense. That's the focus of the article, but this is the English major in me coming out, sorry. But you cannot compare Battlefront and Overwatch in their systems. Because here's the thing. You get a loot box every time you level up. All right? Did you realize that? You get a loot box every time you do a new game mode in the arcade. You get a new loot box for winning 3 arcade games in a row. And you can have a total for up to 3 of those a week. And all the stuff you get in that loot box is just like skins and stickers or tags, sprays, whatever. And voice lines for your character. It's not going to affect your gameplay at all. And plus, if you get a duplicate, which is a lot rarer now, you get credits. You also get credits from your loot boxes where you can actually go and use those credits to actually buy the skins you want. Now, granted, you can still go and buy a loot box, but it has no effect on the gameplay. Battlefront, on the other hand, yes, directly has an effect on the gameplay. That is where everyone got mad. Where you should not have to pay to get a certain part of the story or defeat a part of the story easier. So, should loot boxes go away? No, I don't think loot boxes should go away, because there's another thing. Loot Crate would go away too if you did that. So that would lose the appeal for Loot Crate. And before you say, oh, you have nothing to gain from Loot Crate. I don't know. I kind of want that Funko Pop that they had that month or something like that. That's your opinion. Okay?
Yeah.
So obviously
And
this
all
is
those
more.
poor Loot Crate affiliates will be losing money.
Yeah. Do you want to make Panzer cry? Do you
Yeah.
want to make
Oh,
her?
there's plenty. Oh,
No. We're not
yeah,
getting into
she'd
that
be fine.
argument.
She'd be
She'll
fine.
be
She'd
fine.
be fine.
But like, what do you have what's your input on this? Like this whole shenanigan thing that
Loot boxes should be as they were always meant to be. It's just a little added bonus to when you do something right. Like in Overwatch, when you level up, when you complete a holiday event like that Halloween Fortress thing. Back me up here. What was it called? Junkenstein's Revenge?
Junkenstein, yeah.
Yeah, when you complete holiday events, you get a loot box. When you level up, you get a loot box. Do you get loot boxes for anything in comp?
No, you don't get loot. Well,
Okay.
you still level. If you level up, you still get a loot box.
Right. But like stuff like that, like just getting them naturally by playing the game. Because I don't believe in the whole for $4.99 you get 50 loot boxes or whatever the hell. I don't believe in that at all. I think that's horseshit.
Yeah.
You know, you should, I mean, because what's the appeal if you're spamming loot boxes? You know what I mean? They should be like that one little thing that rewards you. Like, oh, when I get to this next level, I'll get a loot box. And in that loot box
Right.
could potentially be a legendary skin. You know, like it keeps that incentive going. It keeps that, determination. Because if you buy a bajillion loot boxes and you spam open those and you never get like a skin that you want, you're like, well, I just blew all this money. Shush. I just blew all this money, opened a million loot boxes, and didn't get what I wanted. It feels shitty. It really
Right.
does. And I've never done it, but like it should that shouldn't be implemented because because like I know what you're thinking, and I thought the same thing. Well, people should control themselves. That I can do that. Not everyone can.
Right.
Some
Not
people
only
cannot.
that, some people also have expendable income that they can use that with. So
Well,
I mean,
the sad thing is, some really don't.
Well, that's true too. It's an impulse thing, but like what Fuse says in there, loot boxes should go away if it's something that supplies the player with some sort of advantage. This sort of stuff is ridiculous and ruins the game for others who don't have as much as others to pay to win. Which, like I said earlier, a lot of Korean either MMOs or games have this method.
Asian developers like doing that.
Which is not something that should ever happen. But see, that's also a cultural thing too.
Well, yeah, like the market over there is okay with that. The Eastern market in general is okay with that.
Western,
the West
not
is
so
not.
much. Which is not, like a lot of reasons why a lot of Eastern to Western like crossover is hard to do. Like that's why a lot of the social features from Korea has not made its way over to the States because it's not appealable. Because we're more of a we're not going to go into that.
No.
K-pop, on the other hand, is one thing that can cross over. The only barrier there is obviously language. But as I saw at the American Music Awards last week, like there was a K-pop group, BTS, performed at the American Music Awards, and there were people in the audience who were going crazy over them. And I was like,
I still don't get it.
This is awesome.
Still don't get it.
This is awesome that people are going crazy over them. It also goes to show you that you don't have to understand what they're saying. Music is music. So that's what connects everybody. Obviously, I'd like to know what they're saying. You can go and you can read translations of their lyrics online, but still, it makes it harder to sing along.
Yeah, I mean, it's a style I could never get into. I never saw the appeal in it, but if tons of people are enjoying it, hey, power to you.
Yeah.
But like back to loot boxes. Like my final statement is like, just have them be a thing that you gain naturally by playing the game and achieving things in the game. You know, rewarding people. I mean, you see it in MMOs all the time. People want rewards. You know, whatever they can do to get rewards the quickest, they will do.
Mm-hmm.
But you shouldn't have systems in place that allow people to do that. Rewards should feel epic again.
Yeah. Which and the thing I'd like to go on your point where like if you kept getting like repeat stuff from a loot box, like or how they do it now is like if you get a repeat, you get a credit. Like granted, it might be a small amount of credits that you get, but I mean you get something that says, oh, you already have this here. We'll compensate you and so you can save up and buy something if you don't ever get it. The only problem with that is especially during holiday events when there's a skin you really want and it's 3,000 credits. And you're like, I don't know if I can save up for that though. I want it now, and you don't ever get it in a loot box because you have shit luck.
Right.
But there another thing that was going around by like a politician, I think in Hawaii of all places, was saying that loot boxes should not be in implemented, period, because it's a gambling tool. Which,
again, only with the systems in which they're currently implemented where you can buy them.
right.
Just make it so you can't buy them and it'll be fine.
But here's my argument to it. In gambling, what is your purpose of, like, playing Texas Hold'em in gambling? What's your purpose there? Like, I'm actually asking, what's your purpose there?
To win and get money.
To win
that's
and
half,
get money.
That's half of it. The other half is just to feed the impulse.
Well, feed the impulse, but also your main thing in that is you're actually risking earning more money to get that. That's what that in that sense of gambling. In loot boxes though, like there's no gambling aspect to it in my opinion. Like, yeah, I mean, let me take that back. Yes, there is a gambling aspect, but it doesn't, like, you know right away when you pay money to buy a loot box and you open that loot box, you're not going to get that $4.99 or however much you get back in money. You're only going to get in either a skin or a spray or a tag or a set of credits. That's, going in those are one of the things you're going to get. All right. You're not going to get any money from it. And there's no financial gain to it. Whereas in gambling, there is a financial gain potentially. There's more likely than not, you're going to get a financial loss. So in this case, you're always going to get a financial loss. Or there's also the other thing where you get loot boxes without actually having to pay for it in Overwatch. You just have to level up. That's all you got to do. Or win your first match in an arcade. Or get 3 in a row. Or 9 in a row. And same thing in Heroes of the Storm. You get that by leveling up a character every time. Or completing an event. And I'm sure there's other games that do this too. It's the whole thing of paying to win to be better at a game, which is what we don't want. But to sum it up, and by this article saying that we should end loot boxes in general is taking it way too far.
Yeah, I mean, just keep it something. Again, I always come back to this point. Make it something you get just by playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Or just amend your article to say "and pay to win." You put it like that. Then that would make more sense. But at the same time, maybe do a little more research before you write an article. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, how much is a politician going to really know about gaming?
Not much.
Although
there was that
who knows?
There was that South Korean politician who used the play of the game strategy for their.
Well, I mean, South Koreans are all gamers over there. They're all hardcore gamers. Mm-hmm. But like Hawaii, I don't know. Hey, I could be wrong. Whatever.
No, there's some Hawaiian gamers out there. So, yeah. Hire Fuse. We need Fuse to write it. I'll write it. Damn it.
You're an English major. You can do that.
I need to use my major at some point, okay? And it's not to correct my boss's emails. That's not what I'm using it for.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Or to correct my angry YouTube comments.
Right.
that was amazing.
that was a very funny moment. But yeah. So that is that. And there wasn't really much news this week, like new news. So a lot of this was from last week's show that we were going to do and we didn't end up doing. But here's the thing. A lot of news that's going on right now is Black Friday deals, which is gone. Now it's Cyber Monday deals.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm not going to buy any of these because I have no money. I've already done my Christmas shopping, sort of. I bought some for my mom and I haven't done anything for Dad yet, but I'm working on it. But like, I don't know. Like, the only thing I bought last year that was remotely for me was 2 Funko like pop-up toys that I bought that were like legit like $4 each. So I was like, all right, let's get it.
All right. Yeah, that's doable.
That's doable. But just because I'm curious, so let's look on here real quick, just because we have time.
Oh God, no.
We have time.
Don't get sucked in.
I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm just gonna say it for all those who have money.
I got a friend's affiliate link I could plug.
A what?
A friend's Amazon affiliates link. Use my link. I will give a slight compensation. It will cost you nothing. You know, one of those things. Yeah.
All right, so let's see what we got here. We have the Steam Autumn Sale going on now through 12 p.m. November 28th. You can get Friday the 13th the game at 50% off for only $19.99. Cool. Wolfenstein is from 40 to 75% off. That series. Oh, congrats! You got a Twitch affiliate. Nice, Fuse.
Woo.
Very nice. Congrats. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Oh yeah, For Honor is not free to play. It's $23.99. So
yeah, hello.
It's on sale though. It's on sale though, guys.
Of course it is.
It's there. Just let you know.
Okay, yeah, Fuse. Just addressing what Fuse said in chat. Why is everybody now suddenly hot on the whole Project 60 thing? Is it because of the classic server announcements? Because I tried to get Project 60 up and going like 9 months ago, and nobody gave a shit.
Well, yes, but you're also not a Blizzard Entertainment company.
I mean, like I tried to promote it, but like I'm not a big YouTuber either. I have no audience.
Yeah.
Like I know people, but I have no audience. So I couldn't really get it going, but I tried to, and now you get some guy with a lot of followers. Hey, this will be fun. And suddenly everyone's into it. I'm like, you motherfucker. Okay, carry on. Back to what you're saying.
I mean, when it's someone like us saying it, like, oh, let's get this going, no one's gonna be excited. But when Soda Pop and Asmongold and Bajira start saying things about it, then people are excited.
I'm the OG, goddammit.
I mean, if I wanted to, I could just, all I would do is basically just play through oh, they do? Well, it's not like I haven't seen Bajira do it as much because Bajira.
It's not like serious abuse. Like they like from their perspective, they're just messing with you. But our peers take their RP very seriously.
Also, remember these people have also gotten banned at some point. It's and or another as well.
Right.
So
like
that's
in their mind, they're not being as offensive as it's perceived. But
well, that's the problem with like when you become a big-headed like YouTuber or Twitch streamer and stuff. You have this. Some people have this like factor where they're like gods or something. Like, I mean, like when we were at BlizzCon, like a few people wanted to go see Soda Poppin' because he was like, oh my god, it's Soda Poppin'. And what did he do? He got like high and didn't show up until very late.
He looked at, well, that's probably his way of coping. Imagine getting flooded by people at a convention.
I'd love it. I'd be like,
I wouldn't.
Hi guys, let's all go have a drink.
But like, imagine like he's been big on the internet and people have been flocking to him for years. That has to be tiring at some point.
But
I saw that picture with him and Chia. I'm like, he's high off his ass. He has to be.
I didn't even recognize him at first. I was like, he's older, obviously, but
a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that he does like charity work and stuff, and he does charity streams and stuff like that.
I mean, he does good things.
Funnily enough, no one seems to want to acknowledge that.
But here's the thing: everyone likes to focus on the negative stuff. That's what we said earlier. Like you always hear bad news over good news stuff. So it's whatever. That's how they want to. I'm not interested in the Project 60 or 70, just because I don't have time to do that. I'll just level my own character, and yes, I'll use heirlooms. I don't care. But other than that, there's other games on here I don't really care for. So, but I mean, I don't like Soda Poppin' as a streamer. No offense to anyone who watches him, just because
I'm indifferent.
Just I've seen highlights of a stream. It's just like, why is this entertaining?
You can't just go off of highlights, but like Asmongold can be fucking hilarious sometimes. Like, I completely understand why some people would have beef, but I think he's hilarious. But, enough about that.
I do like Bajira when he does his streams. Like, yes, he can be it sometimes, but he's also... I met him in person. He is a cool guy. He's like... I think the thing is when he met Jen, he's more level now. Just because, like, Jen's there to be like, hey, shush.
Yeah, she's chill.
Jen is awesome. And Bajira is just built as fuck. Like,
oh, he's swole.
Don't mess with Bajira. He will knock you out.
His fucking biceps like the size of my head.
I need to actually watch one of his weightlift streams just to see what's up with that. Because I jokingly said, oh, I'll do a workout stream. That won't go well because everyone will see me on the floor crying. I can't do it. I don't want to do a sit-up. No. I can't. Oh,
I don't do ups. I do downs.
I do
sit down, lay down. Blackjack, I'll double down. Give me a cheeseburger, I'll wolf it down.
Wolf it down.
Give me some music, I'll boogie down.
John
Panette.
John Panette, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
God rest
that
his
man.
soul.
That man was fun. You gone now. You eat here for an hour. You eat like killer whale.
I give him enough MSG, kill an elephant. You scare my wife.
Why you get spare web? You need broccoli.
You're so big.
You need broccoli. We're getting to some racial stereotypes here.
No, we're just quoting.
It is a quote. If you get mad at John Panette, and if you get mad at him, he's dead. So sorry.
Yeah. Shit.
I
feel so bad for him because because people say like, well, he was really big and had health problems, but I'm like, he lost over 100 pounds. He was working so hard, and that's the worst is when like you're actually actively doing something about it and life still kicks you in the balls. That sucks.
I mean, even if you're look at Gaga when she did the Super Bowl, like she lost a lot of. She looked fan-freaking-tastic, I thought.
She was never a big girl.
No, she was never a big girl. She was always looked good, but she had to train herself to get back into the spotlight and like get fit again. And what did people harp on? Her little belly punch from when she did her last song. They harped on that. And I heard it from I think it was Alondria who said this. She's like, even if I had that belly punch, if I had the body like that, I would flaunt that everywhere too, because hot damn. So haters, shut up.
No one wants to. Again, I'm sure it's a vocal minority. They always speak the loudest.
You know what? You go out in the tube top and see what people say about you. How about that? Let's do that. All right. So if you're gonna criticize,
you're talking to me for a second. Like, how about now?
I'll do it. I don't give a shit. I'll do it. People say, you shouldn't be wearing that. You shouldn't be wearing those pants that say juicy on it. Do people still wear those?
I haven't seen it since I was in middle school. And I think it's a little bit fucked up that at age 13, girls were wearing those. Yeah. But, I mean...
That's not just...
Whatever. I mean, like, my first... I saw it in high school a little bit, too, actually. And, like, my first reaction was, I'll be the judge of that.
Well...
Anyway, moving on.
Anyways, that's a show, guys.
This is one of the weirdest shows we've ever had.
It is a very weird, but hey, perfect one to start out on the Elite Immortal Gaming Network. So guys, like I said, we said before, we are part of EIG, Elite Immortal Gaming, which is starting, which just for anyone who's watching on video is live now. Hello.
Hello.
And you'll see new content on the channel every single day from a variety of people. Check us out at Elite Immortal Gamers or Gaming on YouTube. You can also follow us. I think it's Elite Immortals on Twitter. All of this will be in the show notes if you're on the audio feed or in the video feed. Check us out, and we'll promote the hell out of it on Twitter as well. And subscribe to that channel for new updates and all that when it comes out. You can find us at our own respective places as well. AJ, where can people find you?
At AJ9Lives, AJ number 9, LIVESS on Twitter and Instagram, and Twitch as well. I do stream sometimes, so follow me on here. I was streaming a Soul Level 1 run of Dark Souls 3 the other day, which was a mixture of wonder and horror.
Yes.
And I was doing some Discipline Priest and WoW yesterday, which was really nice, until I had to cut it really short and clean up and get ready to babysit because
those little
kids.
Brats.
Oh my god, a 7-year-old and 2 5-year-olds.
Not good. Not good at all.
No. I mean, I wasn't the sole caregiver. My sister was technically watching them, and I was already had a few drinks in me, so
yeah.
But that's where you can find me.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all those places at Kavo350. You can also find the podcast at Patch Day Podcast on Twitter, and you can do patchdaypodcast@gmail.com if you'd like to suggest a topic for the show or a news article for us to talk about. And you can find us on the web at patchday.podomatic.com is where we are located, and we will do all kinds of fancy stuff to you. What? I don't know. Giggity people. It's true. It'll happen at some point.
Okay.
We usually record live on Sundays afternoons at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. They have been sporadic recently just because of my work schedule, but new video episodes will be live on the Elite Immortal Gaming feed at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, I believe, on the EIG network. And follow us
on what date?
Monday. It'll be live on Monday on the video feed. So we will be back next week for another new episode of Patch Day. We might have a guest this time. We never know. You never know. It could happen. We could have a guest. We could not have a guest. It just depends on what we feel. So for myself, for AJ, for everyone at EIG, and for all you lovely people out there watching, we will see you on the next episode. Logging off for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.